Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nichole Samantha Flores, and I will be your teacher for today's lesson. You may call me Miss Sam or Ma'am Sam. Let me just say that in our everyday lives, we use different kind of sentences. And today, we will be talking about imperatives. Can you see my screen now?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. But before I start, can I ask what is your idea when we say imperative sentence? Can I ask Miss Wangle? Miss Wangle? Miss Wangle, can I ask what is your idea when we say imperative sentence?
Yes po. I think for me, I think imperative sentence is ask someone to do something.
Okay, very good. Thank you. It consists of words that makes a command or a request. How about you, Miss Lishwe? Do you have any idea?
Uh, I think imperative sentence is you must do something like a commander.
Okay, thank you for the idea. And now, since you already have an idea what is imperative sentence, let's proceed with few examples. I will show you some examples, and you will just tell me what is the word that I used to make to make the sentence imperative. Okay. The first sentence is, Miss Wangle, can you read the sentence and can you tell me what is the word that I used to make the sentence imperative?
Yes po. Clean your room. I think is the clean makes the sentence to be the imperative sentence.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. All right, that's right. We use the clean word, we use the verb to make a command to clean the room. The next sentence, can you please read the sentence and tell me what is the word I used to make the sentence imperative? Miss Lishwe?
Okay, don't open the door. I think it's open.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. That's correct. We use the word open that make the sentence, make the command. The next sentence, can you please read again and state what is the verb on this sentence? Miss Wangle, again.
Everybody sit down. I think it's the word sit.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, again, you're right. The sit is the verb in this sentence. The next sentence, can you please read again and state what is the verb in this sentence? Miss Lishwe?
You hold this. I think it's hold.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Correct. The verb word in this sentence is hold. Next sentence, can you please read again? Miss Wangle?
Please hold the door for me. I think it's the hold.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, very good. The word hold is the verb in this sentence. Next sentence. Oh, that's the last one. In this part, there in imperative sentences, there are four types of sentences. The first one is the negative imperatives. In this type of imperative, we use the word don't. The second type is the subjects with imperatives. In this type of imperatives, we first use the subject and proceeding with the verb word. The third one is the polite request. In this type of imperative sentence, we use the word please. While on the fourth imperative sentence, it is the making suggestions with the word let's. And on obviously on the sentence, we use the word let's. And now, I will be showing you some examples and you will just tell me what kind of imperative is the word given. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Paul.
Paul.
Okay, thank you. Let's now proceed with the examples. The first is don't clean the house. Can you please take a guess? What kind of sentence is this? Miss Lishwe.
I think it's negative imperative
Okay.
sentence.
And what do you think is the verb on the sentence?
I think the verb is clean.
Okay, thank you. Okay, very good. The word is clean and it is negative imperative because we use the word don't. The next sentence, Miss Wangle, can you proceed on reading the sentence and telling what is the type of imperative that I used?
Yes, Paul. Mary, come here. I think is the subjects with imperatives.
Okay, we'll see. It is correct that come is the verb in this sentence, and the correct answer as well is the subject with imperatives because we use first the subject before proceeding with the verb word. The next sentence would be Miss Lishwe.
Yes, Paul. Uh, I think it's polite request.
Okay, let's
Request.
see. And before I forgot, what is the verb on this sentence?
I think the verb is polite. Is give.
We'll see. Okay. The verb on this sentence is the word let because it is stating an action word. And the correct answer is polite request because we use please on this sentence. Okay. Next example. Miss Wangle, can you please read the example and tell me your guess?
Let's go somewhere else. I think is the making suggestions with let's.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, very good. We use the word go to state an action word, and it is correct that making suggestions with let's is the correct type of imperative form. All right. This will be the brief summary of what we've discussed. Let's now proceed with the next. Okay, let's do an exercise. It's just a brief explanation or a brief exercise. with what we do earlier. All right. Again, can you please read the example and tell me what kind of imperative these are? And also tell me the verb. Miss Wangle.
Don't clean the house. I think is negative imperative
Okay.
and the verb is clean.
Okay. We'll see. Okay, very good. Why do you think we use negative imperative? Why do you think it is imperative? Why do you think it is a negative imperative? What word I used in the sentence?
Because because I see the don't.
Okay, very good. I used the word don't to make the sentence negative imperative. The next one would be, can you please read the sentence and tell me what kind of imperative sentence this? Miss Lishwe? Miss Lishwe?
Please let me in. I think it's a polite request.
Okay, and what do you think is the verb on this sentence?
The verb is let.
Okay, very good. See, it is right that the verb form on this sentence is the let, and it is a polite request because we use the word please. The next sentence would be, Miss Wangle.
You sit here. I think is subject with imperatives.
Okay, we'll see. It is correct that sit is the verb on this sentence and it is a subject with imperatives because we use first the subject on this sentence before proceeding with the verb. I think this is the last example. Can you please read and take a guess? What is the right answer, Miss Lishwe?
Okay, let's go to the park. I think it's making suggestions with let's.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, the word go is the verb on this sentence. And the correct answer is making suggestions with let's because the word that we used in this sentence is let's. Okay. After having having a few examples of imperative sentences, let me just have a brief discussion what imperatives are. It is a direct command, request, invitation, warning, or instruction that is expressed in an imperative sentence. Meaning, imperative sentences lack a subject and instead issue a directive to an implied second person. I've mentioned different types of imperative sentences earlier, right? Kindly raise your hand and tell me what those are. Any volunteer? Can you still remember the four type of okay, Miss Lishwe?
I think there are negative imperatives and subjects with imperatives, polite requests, and the last one is making suggestions with let's.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Uh, there are four types of imperative sentences. The first one is the negative imperative, just what I've mentioned earlier. In this type of imperative, we use the word don't, proceeding with the word that we use to make the sentence imperative, which is the verb. On the second type, we have subjects with imperatives. With this type, we use names or subjects before putting the word that we use to make the sentence imperative, which is the verb. We still have two remaining types. Let's see if you can still remember the meanings of the two. Let me ask, do we have any volunteer? The remaining two types. Can you still remember the remaining two types? I've already mentioned the negative imperative and the subjects with imperatives. Can you still remember the two? The remaining two.
Yes, Paul.
Okay, Miss Wangle, can you remember the remaining two?
Is the flight request.
Okay. What can be the word that we will remember if it is a polite request?
Use the please.
Okay. While on the last type, what is the word that we use? On the making suggestions
with with light.
let's very good. Okay, let's see with the next slide. All right, that would be our discussion for today. That would be the end of our discussion. And before I end this discussion, do you have any clarifications? Do you have any questions?
No Paul.
No questions. Okay. Later, I will just send you an assignment about this subject and about this topic. And that would be all. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Paul.
Paul.
Okay, thank you.